2 of the final over.
No, and then making it look like a cakewalk.
We are live, 9 of 3.
As you can see, all, very excited.
AB
Tewatia stuff.
Yep, AB Tewatia is doing it yet again along with Rashid Khan. He may not be doing much with the ball, but man, is he doing it with the bat. Hurt CSK big time. And today, the 2 overseas bowlers who bowled the final over are getting tonked. Jansen also has not had a good day, by the way.
He's had a worse day than Lockie Ferguson.
Yeah, because he's already gone for a half century.
Yes, 9 of 3. Now it is Gujarat's game to lose.
No, let's not jump the gun.
No, but this is Gujarat.
9 of 3.
Yeah. It was Gujarat's game to lose when Wriddhiman Saha was batting.
Yeah.
I thought,
but now you have to say Gujarat favourites.
Gujarat are favourites because Jansen
is under pressure.
He's looking out of sorts.
He's looking short.
One dot will open the
game. Yes.
Yeah. Then it'll be fun finish.
Yeah, actually
Two
it's
balls.
8 of 3. Oh, that's a dot ball.
Should have asked for something else in life. Why?
9 of 2.
Now the game is 50.
Now the game
Predict
is
I want to be a millionaire.
Yes.
Done.
50-50 option. So 9 of 2, yes. And in the previous over also, AB Tewatia got some big blows of Nattu.
Get a single or something and you're good. Otherwise,
No, but Rashid backs himself.
Backs
of course,
himself.
he's either hitting out or getting out.
See,
There's
he
no
could
two ways
just
about
clear
it.
Marco Jansen when he hit that.
When he hit that big 6.
He hit that big 6. So yes.
Two balls,
But if Hyderabad win, if they win today, the man of the match should be Umran Malik.
Oh my god.
We'll discuss
is a
that.
No-brainer.
It was a sensational spell of bowling.
Okay, come on. 2 balls.
2 balls, 9 runs. You have to get a 2 or a 4.
Good ball, 6.
Oh no. Oh.
Six. That's a 6. Oh my goodness.
When he connected.
3 runs, 1 ball.
Are we headed for a super over?
Super over.
Oh, good.
The first super over of IPL 2022.
No, but for that 2 runs, I think it will either be
a
single or they're going to win it.
Yes.
I don't think it's going to be a super over.
Oh,
I think
boy.
a super over is coming. I just get that feeling.
Oh.
Right?
If it's Sunrisers, you need not be surprised. They are masters.
What if I'm trying to say it so that I'm reverse jinxing it in a way?
Oh, what a game.
What a game.
Incredible game.
Look at Vijay Shankar clapping.
Of course.
That's
Anybody
the least
can
he
clap,
do.
man. Anybody can clap. So 3 of 1, a slice 6. Jansen yet again bowling a low full toss.
Oh, look
and
at low
Murali
Murali
absolutely
angry.
livid.
I've never seen him this angry in his life.
I could imagine Stain getting livid, but why Murali, the leg, the spinner?
Wow.
Here's the smiling
But
assassin.
what a game. If
Ricky
Gujarat win
Patel,
this.
what do you think? Quickly.
Gujarat sab pe bhari. Oh my god, that
Oh,
must
good
be his
God.
magic potion then if that happens. Oh my god, Gujarat sab pe bhari. And why doesn't Jansen go round the wicket?
I think
Just to restrict the angle. Oh, but then he'll unhook.
Nah.
He can do that.
But that full toss.
He bowled a low full toss and Rashid sliced it over.
I think that even Natarajan was missing his Yorker.
He
line.
must-
I'm telling you, Rashid will be backing himself to hit another 4 or a 6.
Yes,
for
yes,
sure.
yes.
For sure.
Jansen!
6.
Oh no, that's out.
No.
Oh no! Oh, it's a six!
Oh my god!
What a win! What a win!
What a
Gujarat
victory!
Titans!
What a victory!
Yes!
And that was a miss hit by
Miss
them.
hit, yes,
Got
yes.
top edge
I
of.
was sure it was a catch. It didn't look like.
Oh my goodness, what a win!
What a victory! Gujarat
Oh.
have done this now
For the second
second time.
Third
But
time,
that-
actually,
No,
third
but
time.
I am saying this is the closest. That
Yeah.
earlier game against
Yeah,
Lucknow,
he finished it.
you knew
Gujarat,
whether
Punjab
all-
Kings.
Punjab Kings,
So Punjab
Chennai.
came 2 sixes.
12 of 2.
12 of
2.
2.
That was even
Odian
closer.
Smith. Odian
Yeah,
Smith.
That's the closest if you have to look
Actually,
at it.
yeah, that is true.
Yeah, Rashid and AB Tewatia do it again for them.
But
Yes.
Rashid, he gets smashed for whatever runs,
look
okay?
at those
With the
faces.
bat, 31 of 11.
Perfect revenge. Perfect revenge. Sunrisers had beaten Gujarat Titans.
yes.
Their only loss and they have given it back.
Yes.
Also, Rashid scoring against his old team.
Old team. Lara's.
Lara Zones.
No, but Lara only
was
scored his
bowling.
bowling.
Yeah.
No, but batting, clearly batting has now shown.
So batting, he was always there.
Amazing.
He was always good.
Yeah.
It's
He was exciting as hell.
what a game, guys! What a game!
Oh, yes.
What? Need to get some
game.
reps. Oh
Does
my
this
god.
game prove that this is indeed the clash between the two top
Best
teams?
sides,
Because
yeah. Yep.
we
There
were
was really
talking
nothing
about
in it. There was nothing in it in
we
the
were
end.
talking about how this is a clash of table toppers, even
Yep.
though technically they were 2 and 3,
Yep.
not
Still.
1. But it does seem like the two closest team in terms of
Yeah.
performance, the top two
And
teams.
talent and depth.
But I have to say that Gujarat is punching above their weight.
I'm
Yes.
just happy somehow my prediction, which I thought wasn't going my
Very
way.
close. No, it could have gone either ways.
It
but-
really was going
but
either
what
way.
a game.
What a game!
Yeah,
Loved
what
it.
and the most, I mean, if you have to look at coincidence, Lockie Ferguson gave away 25 runs, even Janssen gave away 25 runs in the
last
final
over?
over. Yes.
Janssen finished with 63 runs, 4
4
over
over
63 runs.
63.
Oh
That
my.
is, I think, the third or the fourth most expensive.
Actually, today I have to say two of the best bowlers, both Natarajan and Marco Janssen,
More
went for
expensive.
runs.
Yes. Natarajan missed the
Even
Yorker.
though Natarajan still bowled, the last couple of overs were still decent.
Yes.
Janssen
He was missing his Yorker length very
got
badly.
tonged in
Yep.
that last
Yeah.
over.
I think it had a lot to do with the batsman also standing really deep inside the crease and then batting ahead. Because if you see Natarajan, that 6 that he got hit off, and he knew that what he was aiming at that length, the batsman had already changed it to
Yeah.
where he was batting. So you could see that smile on Natarajan's face.
Well,
So it was a cat and mouse game
Yep.
actually. between
So
the batsman
Rashid,
and
for the second time we have seen after that Chennai Super Kings heroics, gets Gujarat Titans over the line. But AB Tewatia, man, now I
AB
have to
Tewatia.
call him
I said
AB
it, I said
Tewatia.
it. Maybe Tewatia will also help them win the game.
Yes.
Though actually we were not sure when he came out to bat at that position. Number 5, he came out today and I
Umran Malik
thought-
with Umran Malik
Yeah.
bowling at searing pace. What four bold dismissals?
4 bowled and 1
out
out
of
5.
dismissal.
Yep.
No, but that when he came out to bat
And hit
you
that
thought,
shot.
yeah, that shot
Hit that
when he
shot.
flicked it to third man.
Yeah.
You thought that wasn't the right time for him. Maybe Abhinav Manohar more suited to that kind of bowling and used Tewatia at the death. But no, and nice to see the Gujarat camp pretty calm.
No, Ashish Sharma wasn't even celebrating, by
That's
the
what
way.
I'm saying.
Yep. He was just,
Very calm.
well weighed and everybody is
Maybe
going
they're
nuts.
like, okay,
But by contrast, Muralidharan was livid.
Yeah,
That
was.
penultimate 6.
I know,
Penultimate
it
six
was-
that he hit.
He
last
was
time.
absolutely fuming. I don't know.
I've never seen Murli that
I can
angry.
imagine Dale Steyn, but Steyn looks okay. But Murli is, my goodness.
Steyn is just laughing.
Yep, he's just laughing like how his laughter reminds me of that evilness that was there. Remember, he used to dismiss Mohammad Hafiz very frequently. Okay, LBW or caught or bowled. Once he got him, I think, caught, he just laughed.
He, by the way,
Just like
Dale Steyn's look, he looks like a mafia these days. If you have seen him with the shades on, long,
Very
hair
long
and all.
hair, yeah.
Very cool, very different
Nasiruddin
look.
Shah and welcome to.
There is a welcome to.
Yes.
Welcome
I know
to.
that.
Yeah.
of course.
Of course there is.
There are 3 also, I think.
No, welcome to.
Oh, till 2.
2
I
was a
got it.
disaster. Let's not
one
make it
I
any-
enjoy.
Indian movies don't do sequels well, in all
Yes.
fairness.
So, perfect revenge and okay, summing up of the match. Okay, let's just look at the 3 major talking points for me. Abhishek Sharma once again showed his class with yet another 50. Markram unexpectedly continued his consistency with another 50. Shashank Singh in his
What a
home
finish.
ground.
What a
That finish actually gave us this finish if
Yeah,
you have to
true.
look at it. So 25 runs Lockie Ferguson gave in his final over and
Who
100.
bowled the 19th over? I think that was a good over.
Natarajan.
Natarajan.
No. In the previous inning.
Alzari.
Alzari Joseph.
Yeah, they bowled some good 18th, 19th if
Yeah,
I'm not
That's why I
mistaken.
said Joseph bowled really well.
I think he gave away just 8 runs in that over.
Correct.
got Washington Sundar run out on the first ball.
So
Yes.
that was the difference because the Gujarat chasing, they got runs all
Yes.
those overs towards
Yes.
the death. Whereas SRH were looking like going past 200,
Yeah.
but then had that stutter and then got 25. of
40,
course, towards the death.
43 were needed of the last 3. And they boiled it down to 22 of the
So
last.
isn't this now, they needed 25?
They hit 20, they needed 22 but they hit 25.
They hit 25.
Yes.
So isn't that a record, most successful, highest run chase was what? That Rohit Sharma run chase we had discussed?
That in the final over you mean.
Yes.
Against KKR versus Deccan Chargers in 2009, they needed 21 to win. But then he hit a 6 and it went to 26 of Mashrafe Mortaza.
So now this is
25.
Second highest.
Yes, they needed 22. They had hit 19, but Rashid
scored
Khan hit a
25.
6.
So this is then the second highest score in a successful chase in the last over.
Yes. Yes.
Second highest in the last over.
Yes.
That's what I thought as much, because you remember we were discussing it the other day
Yeah.
that Rohit Sharma was the most,
Most.
and they
Then
got it.
it
So
is
then
now Rashid.
it should be.
Yeah.
We could double check on that, but I think it is the second.
It is. So after that, Riddhiman Saha and Shubman Gill gave them a great start.
You know what was trending, na? Saha and then the Janu.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he played well, Riddhiman Saha, to
Of
his
course he
credit.
played
He was
well.
fantastic. He, I think, even outscored Shubman for strike rate, if I'm not mistaken.
Shubman was
he
22
at a
of
different
22.
level. There's no
Yes.
comparison.
Saha started off as if he was batting on a different wicket altogether.
Saha was heading for 100.
Yeah,
Yeah.
also.
Had it not been for that Yorker.
Yeah, but
Yeah, Umran Malik.
Umran Malik, sensational, sizzling, scintillating, brilliant.
Took all 5 Gujarat wickets, by the way.
Yes.
All 5
Yeah.
wickets, they were 199 for 5.
No other bowler
They
took a
finished
wicket.
Gujarat.
So I got a question on Twitter saying that you guys in Sports Today had been questioning Umran Malik. You remember at the start, and we said he
Yes.
was leaking around. So I said, now you guys convinced. So what do you make of Umran Malik? And there will be a lot of talk about the T20 world. Let's hear it from everyone.
In this match, brilliant.
Not this match.
See,
It's
he's
very
taken
fit.
15 wickets. See, he started off rustily in the IPL. He was coming off the fact that, okay, he's just bowling pace. But I think after Stain's guidance now, after that, which game? I think prior to the Sunrise, to the Chennai Super Kings game, he started improving from that point in time. And now you see, he's nailing the lengths well. And that is why I feel
Nailing the length, I think he's getting those Yorkers right where everybody,
He's
the
trying
moment,
to play through the
I
line.
think everybody is trying to bat him out, but they can't even get the bat down in time and the
Yes.
ball crashes
See, the
into
Saha
He's
Yorker-
quick, he's every. Answer the question. Is he there, India material yet?
yes,
Do you think he should be in the...
he should be in the squad.
Ahead of whom? There will be 4 fast bowlers. Ahead of Shami, ahead of Jasprit Bumrah,
See, Bumrah, Shami, you are in your 11 for
Harshal
sure.
Patel.
Yes, definitely.
So then there's only one slot left.
So I think he's above Harshal.
Would
He's
you?
above Harshal.
Okay,
Yes.
big call, but would you think he would be going there ahead of Bhuvi right now? Bhuvi still looks little.
No, I'm not saying Bhuvi 100%, but I'm saying there will be a lot of other weekend. That day we were discussing that one will be a
Natarajan
left-arm
also is
pacer.
there.
So you're talking Arshdeep, you're talking Natarajan and whatever. I'm just saying that is the 4th spot.
Yeah.
And he's put him ahead of Harshal. So he's saying, okay, for him he fits in, Harshal is out.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
I disagree. I feel you have to see more of him because right at the beginning, you saw how he was bowling. Is being carted everywhere. Okay, and he gave away a lot of runs in the first couple of games. I thought it was very mark. He's getting those Yorkers right in the slot where people can't even put their
the bat
bat down and jam it out. Because they just miss it for pace.
Yeah, they're beating
that's
him for
one
pace.
thing, because sometimes even those Yorkers can be jammed out. With Umran Malik, you are missing them because of his pace. Even
See, the thing is, in 3 of those wickets, he got late swing also. The one that he got rid of, Abhinav Manohar Sadrangini, was late. It straightened late.
I think so.
And Miller was zipped through off the deck. So he's getting all the variations. The Saha one was a perfect Yorker that he got at 153 kmph.
So no, but you have praised him all right.
I praised him, but I still don't think you can take. I think Harshal Patel, he's been a performer for India also, and won man of the match award in his first game. We have seen what he can do. I think Umran Malik, yes, great talent, everything, but you got to wait for him till the end of the season at least to take that call. I am not taking that call right now.
I think you could take him in the squad. Playing 11 seems a bit
So
of a stretch.
who's out then for you? Harshal is out?
From the squad?
Yeah.
No,
There will be
I-
4 fast bowlers in the squad. Now I'm guessing roughly.
Well, but if
3
you're
will
playing-
play, you'll
3
play
will
one
play.
extra, one Hardik is
Hardik
there.
also there, na?
So how many you have? You'll only have 4. So tell me roughly. They may take 5, but I'm assuming
Yeah,
let's look at 4.
I'm actually assuming that they take 5.
No, but let's say they take 4.
Okay, if they take 4, then maybe he misses out.
He misses out.
Yeah.
But if they take 5, he
Then
is-
I think he
so
gets that 5th slot.
he is ahead of everybody else at the moment. Ahead of
Natarajan ahead of Arshdeep,
Harshal,
ahead of
Arshdeep.
Harshal.
He has one thing
don't
which-
forget Deepak Chahar, Shardul
Deepak
Thakur.
Chahar,
Deepak
Shardul.
Chahar, yes, actually. Yeah.
But
Shah-
whether
Shami-
Deepak Chahar will be fit
fit
by
is
that
another
time, that
matter.
is unknown.
And I'm not even sure about
he
Shardul.
should be fit by then. I'm
And
assuming
Shardul,
he's
by the way,
fit.
seems
Because they are
What
are you
saying
going to do?
that it's a recurrence of that back stress fracture. He's in doubt even for the World
No,
T20.
again, yeah, that whether he's not fit is
Yeah.
another thing. I'm saying he's available.
He
What do you
will
do?
be available.
Then no. If he's available, then no. If Deepak
You were doing too many ifs.
Yeah, but then
Four,
there's a lot
okay,
of
I'm giving you 4 slots. Everyone is available. Quickly tell me.
Okay, the first 3 were the ones we discussed.
Which
so
are?
Bumrah, Shami, Harshal for sure. Then the 4th one still seems it can go either way, but he's in contention for me. He's in
He
contention.
is.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think he will get a slot there because how do you, when we have the same logic for batsmen saying that don't judge them on IPL, how is it that you suddenly judge a fast bowler? He's very exciting, and for me there is no better sight in international cricket than a fast bowler bowling at pace, dismantling the stump at the top of his game. It's the best sight to see, and he's shown us in a few games, but he started the tournament being expensive.
Very erratic.
I think if I were to give him a chance first, I may use him in red ball cricket more, because there you could earn a bit. It's okay if you miss your line, you miss your lane, you can scare a batsman with out and out pace, and that's where I can risk him playing there. In a T20 tournament, especially the World Cup, pressures are going to be different. You can keep saying IPL is the international, playing a World Cup very different. I don't know, 1 or 2 overs can completely change the game. I would rather go with players who've played at that level. So I rather trust if a Deepak Chahar is fit or a Shardul Thakur is fit. Of course, I'm taking Harshal Patel, Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Shami for sure. So even if I have to take 5 and all of them are available, I may look at a left armer also. So there'll be a few. So I may take a more experienced guy, not Umran Malik. And the other thing, today most of the batsmen that he scared were Indian batsmen with his out and out pace. Okay, that includes Hardik Pandya, other than David Miller, that includes Hardik Pandya, Ridhiman Saha, and Shubman Gill. In those pitches, would you, if you come up with an Australia or come up with an English team or come up even with a Kiwi team, would they be intimidated with 150? They play Lockie quite often.
Yeah, and Australians like to bowl with pace and all that.
I don't know whether pace is going to be intimidating. He's outstanding. He's got his line right. I think that there has been a change from Umran, what we saw at the start of the season. Maybe he's really mature.
Maybe perhaps if they are impressed by his performance, play him in the 5-match T20 series in South Africa.
Sure.
Then after that, maybe we can base their selection criteria.
Him a little bit more, and then maybe you could look at him.
Maybe
that's the only way.
Because see, the selection will happen somewhere around September mid for the World T20. September mid or September end.
No, how it happens now? Actually, they changed it. There was that 30-man squad you sent pretty early, and then you prune it down to 15. That is much closer. But now I remember the last time around they didn't have that.
That COVID 3, there are 3 guys who were available to you. Shreyas Iyer,
there was a
Deepak
deadline,
Chahar,
and you could make
Akshar
changes
then interchanged
anytime. So I don't know whether that can be done, and I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And I know fast bowlers and everyone, we tend to get excited. But I would just be a bit.
There have been so many bowlers who have taken a lot of 4-wicket, 5-wicket hauls in the IPL. Not every one of them has gone on to play international cricket. And that's why, yes, amazing as you said, it looks amazing when you see that sight of the stumps being disturbed, okay, by a fast bowler bowling at that searing pace and ferocious bowling. But whether he'll be able to take that on that, do it on the international stage is a different ball game altogether. Maybe not the time to try him right at the T20 World Cup. Give him more time though.
Benjamin Andrew Stokes / Dikshit Sharma says summary of the matches: Jalebi Fafda greater than Hyderabad.
See, I like both the dishes though. And
okay, Parminder is sent us. He said he's copied it from a website, but he's saying highest target achieved in the 20th over is 23 runs. RPS versus Punjab in 2016, 22 runs now. Gujarat Titans versus SRH in 2022.
Yeah, that's what we said. No, they needed that runs, but then that many runs were scored.
23, that is RPS versus Punjab.
MS Dhoni, that 2 sixes hit of Akshar Patel.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah. That was the highest achieved. Yes.
Yes.
So this is So if you're just looking at the target achieved, then this comes. So that's a bit of a grey area, as in how many runs you got vis-a-vis how many you were actually chasing. So in terms of chasing Parminder, yes, 23 RPS Punjab is there. But in case of that Rohit Sharma game we are talking about, they were only chasing 21, but he ended up getting 26 because he hit a 6. So
yes.
So in terms of chasing, if you see, this will be the second. 23 being the highest that Chennai got.
No.
Abhi Adhikari saying ex-SRH players beat SRH.
Yes. Rashid. in particular. I mean, what a knock that he played for the second consecutive time. I mean, not second, for the second game.
Not just Rashid
Saha as well. Yeah.
Riddhiman
Ardhan
Saha.
Saha played a couple of seasons for them. And
Sahil Arora says, hi, he's logging after a very long time. One question, should we replace our superstars with these young guns who are consistent for the 27, like the 2007 World
Oh
Cup?
God,
we did
we've
that.
done this question enough times.
No, Sahil, we've answered it many times. I don't think so. We discussed this earlier as well in the middle of the innings. Just to remind you, we're going to be doing a debate tomorrow at 4:30 about should Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma not be part of the Indian T20 team, because much has been written about it. There was an article on India Today as well. So we'll talk about that in detail. But yeah, just to answer your question, no, you can't. Don't look at IPL performances, World Cup performances. And just to again remind you, I gave that example. Are you going to, or is anyone in New Zealand going to say, drop Kane Williamson? He's not scoring runs. But I don't think anyone will dare drop Kane Williamson from that team that goes to the T20 World Cup. And for all you know, he could be outstanding there. And so could our Indian players be. Again, also just on the word of that 2007 example, because it's come so many times, I thought I must point it out. That 2007, we keep talking about the young team. It was relatively young because Sachin Tendulkar, Rahul Dravid, Saurav Ganguly did not go.
Yeah.
But that team had Virender Sehwag,
Harbhajan
it had
Singh,
Harbhajan Singh, it
Gautam
had
Gambhir.
Yuvraj Singh who had played for very long, Gautam Gambhir who had played for very long.
Sreesanth.
You had
Dhoni himself
was
Ajit
there.
Agarkar in that team.
RP Singh.
Exactly.
Sreesanth was there, Irfan Pathan was there.
Dhoni was not some young gun either at that point. He had been playing for at least
Dhoni
4
was
years.
relatively young.
Yeah.
Because he had come at
He was
5
just
and
made
6.
captain.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
Yuvraj who came in 2000. Look, he was playing
Yeah.
2007. Again, there were guys who had played.
DK
much
was
earlier.
there.
Yes, so it was, I mean, not really a fresh team.
It's not like they sent some kids and just picked
So
them.
actually, by that logic, your whatever, Shreyas or KL and whatever else you have would be just leave aside Virat and Rohit with that kind of experience. Everyone is kind of new only, if you look at it. How many years for Jasprit Bumrah now, since he made his debut to now in international?
It's been 5
5
years.
years.
5 years.
Right.
Yeah.
So again, much younger, your most experienced bowler also. So again playing 11. Parminder says, I'm impressed with Umran. I am only concerned about durability and sustainability. I don't want him to be next Sean Tate. Interesting. Could be.
Injuries.
He doesn't have a Sean Tate action, he has a Waqar Yunus
Yeah.
action. Completely Waqar.
Yes.
Right? Even Yorkers today was nailing as Waqar.
Whacker.
But Waqar also had injuries in
Back
his career.
injuries later
Back
on in his
injuries
career.
especially. Yeah, he had to
Hurt him.
change his action also.
I keep talking about the fast bowlers. Like in our era, Shane Bond was one who was a great fast bowler, but he was
And what a
injured
beautiful action.
quite a few times.
Yes.
Yeah.
And his career was plagued with injury, and that's a big problem. With fast
Imagine 10 years he just played 18 tests.
bowlers. Yeah,
That's the
what-
problem.
Divyanshu is saying, loved your Shark Tank video, but Sid M should have won it. His thinking level was next level. Yeah, because he gave a very all-round presentation.
Thank you. I'm not sure whether you're mocking me.
No, he is
Yeah,
genuinely
genuinely.
saying,
Thank you so much then. Thank you.
genuinely is saying that. If you guys haven't checked it out, check it out.
Go ahead, check it out, please.
Now.
Thank you, Divyanshu.
I actually would want to see, by the way, talking about Imran Malik versus Umran Malik versus Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma.
Wow.
If
Yeah,
he
that-
castles Virat Kohli, my God, the internet
Rohit
will break.
Sharma.
The internet will break.
Or Rohit
That's it.
Sharma. No, it's not. These guys have tackled enough fast bowlers in their life. How do you think the contest will go?
I think with Virat's form, I think Umran has the upper hand. Maybe Rohit might tackle him better.
No, I think both the batsmen have
struggle
upper
against
hand.
him?
No, I'm saying both of them will have an upper hand.
Against him?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
I'll say Rohit will have an upper hand. Virat might struggle.
Not to forget, sometimes
just to be naughty and at the risk of getting trolled myself, many will say Virat might not reach the time where Umran gets the ball.
That's actually valid. Yeah,
That's
Umran is
also
not-
there, yeah.
He's
He
not
doesn't
bowling
bowl with the
immediately.
he's
Yeah.
bowling after the power play.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that is also one thing they've realized, that because he was going for so many runs, because the moment you touch the ball, it flies off the bat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like how AB Tewatia did today.
So
Last one. Just
that's what when Tewatia hit that boundary, I was like, what a shot! I was like amazed.
So Ayan Sharma, because you were talking about, he said Murli today literally said, "What the f is he bowling?"
He did. You could tell.
I know. I think he was mentioning something in Tamil also.
And by the way, this
Did
is,
you lip read that?
I couldn't read that well. Can't say it on air also.
this is by the way the same Murli who, if on occasion on those rare times he got tongued, would just look and smile. This time he was miffed,
Yeah,
to put it politely.
Apparently, what I hear from a lot of people, Murli also can talk cricket 24/7. Like when he's not, the game is not happening only, he can just talk cricket. So he and Mr. Nehra will
Would
be
be
a
an
great
interesting-
combo.
yeah.
They'll go on for 24 hours just talking.
That's why when he met Anand, it was not such a, it was a very awkward conversation because Anand doesn't know much of cricket. He
Right.
can have general knowledge which is very limited, but Murli only cricket, he can only talk about chess. What to talk about? So, because Madi Malar is my chachi's classmate, no, Murli's wife.
Right.
So
Stop showing off.
Again, they
Where these
often,
connections come
yeah,
from, I don't know.
someday he'll be like, oh yeah, Bill Gates is also a relative of mine.
no, I did give you proof that Rajnikant was my ex relative.
Okay, Ashish has an interesting point. He says, did SRH get their bowling order right? Bhuvi should have bowled the final over. Jansen too young. Rather, Natarajan Bhuvi should have ended.
Again, they were looking at
Actually,
keeping
I
as
would
many.
have got Bhuvi
No,
also.
again they were looking at keeping as many runs as possible for that final over. They wanted to
Yeah.
bowl Bhuvi and Natarajan before him because
Yeah.
they wanted to get wickets earlier.
To be fair, a lot of captains are
Have done
trying
this,
that.
have done
Most
this.
captains have
Yep.
gone. They say they think that let's take it beyond 20, where it gets like almost in the impossible territory. Because to be fair, we just showed you in the history of IPL, this is the second highest successful chase.
Yeah, so this was
Right, so-
as close to impossible territory as you
so
could
I
get.
think the strategy that way. By the way, Kane Williamson is one of the sharpest captains. Even today, you know, he was really sharp. So I don't know. Again, it's hindsight is always 2020.
Another match. So will this match replace GT versus CSK as the best match of IPL?
No, that Tewatia, yeah, two balls, 12 needs.
GT PBKS.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was
that
So
was-
all the best matches of IPL have involved GT. If you have to look at it.
Yeah.
GT
But
PBKS,
I
GT
have to
CSK
say,
know
okay,
this.
one thing you got to talk about, just the fact, you know, Gujarat, okay, fine, the players are firing, someone does, but I have to talk about the spirit of the team. How is it that this team is doing it time after time after? This tells you about the team spirit. There has to be something about the team spirit.
I'm saying not just team spirit. You saw that with CSK when they won it in 2018. Somebody stood up on that particular night to win it for you.
Yeah.
Okay, that day it was David Miller and he was supported by Rashid Khan.
Yep.
Today, Tewatia and Rashid Khan again.
That day, Tewatia.
That day, Tewatia. I'm saying
Yeah.
somebody. Hardik Pandya got out
Hardik
early.
Pandya, yeah.
Shubman Gill didn't do anything. David Miller did not make a dent on that score. But there were players like Riddhiman Saha. Suddenly, Saha after those first two innings, people are calling for his head. That why are they?
No,
They could give a
they're
chance
right.
to Ramanullah
no,
Gurbaz.
No, they may be right that maybe after that whole journalist thing, now he must be at ease. Yeah, I won that case, so I'm off the pressure.
I thought he was never under any sort of pressure in that case because he didn't do anything wrong.
No, he actually handled that case very well.
Very well. I agree.
He actually did not name the journalist till the end. He could have. He just kept his side of the story, saying that listen, they are being intimidating tactics being used against me. This is it. He deposed in front of the committee, said them. Even after that, did not.
Yep.
So great. But now again, I'm going back to Gujarat. See, this is what happens. Many people will say, how is that Gujarat's doing really well? Because we often, and it will happen to everyone, you guys, us, anyone analyzing, we look at teams on paper. So what do you look at? What is the combination they've got? What form are those players
Stats,
in?
numbers.
What are those backups that they have? And in all of that, got to be fair, they weren't looking like the best team, or clearly not even the top 4 team. But certain things that we can never account for is the spirit within the team, or the hunger within the team. What is it that they'll come on that given moment? Who is to say that Tewatia would do it. Rashid, I know, is an underrated batsman. I am a
No,
big
I
fan
have
of-
always
No, big fan
rated
of
him,
Rashid.
yeah.
But again, if you tell me that he'll do it again and again like this,
Twice he
not
has done
buy
it
it.
now.
Yeah.
By
I
the
would
way,
not. I
again,
wouldn't buy it.
that game also where David Miller scored 94 runs.
Yeah.
That game also it was Rashid Khan smashing Chris Jordan
Exactly,
for
yeah.
25 runs. That changed the face of the
Changed
game.
it, yes.
And today again, that last over, yes, Tewatia kept you in the game, scored 41, has a bigger score to show. But Rashid Khan, 31 of 11 balls.
But again,
I-
I would not
very underrated player.
I would not liken this comparison of CSK in 2018. I think they are showing the spirit of Rajasthan Royals 2008. Every player, because in the CSK team, it was just a matter of some individuals contributing.
Every game there was a different guy winning.
But
Sam Billings did it one game, Faf du Plessis did it one game, Dwayne Bravo did it one game, and with their bat. I'm talking about innings differently, and that's how they are also doing it. Even though Rahul Tewatia, you might say, has won them 3 games now, and that first game that he won, there was David Miller also involved in that partnership. So they have had these players every now and then.
Because
I'm saying somebody steps up.
CSK's bowling lineup in 2018 did not fire that much if you have to look at it. Only Deepak Chahar was contributing. But apart from that, this Gujarat Titans lineup, everybody from number 11 to number 1, they all chip in. At vital times, as you said, not in one game, but in several points.
When
of the
someone
game.
needs to stand up, basically someone is
I'm
doing
saying
it.
that they're stepping up to the challenge
Yeah.
whenever they need somebody to win it for them.
And,
Somebody's there.
and Hardik is a first time captain of a big tournament, if you have to look at it. He has captained in the domestic thing, but the way how he's managing
has
it,
he captained in domestic? I'm not sure.
for Baroda, didn't he?
I think mostly
Krunal
Krunal is
was
Krunal,
captain.
yeah. So-
he hasn't captained.
So
him.
first time captaincy experience. See how
So just on the subject of why Gujarat's doing well, few comments as to what they think. Love Rami says this GT team has never give up attitude. So that is what.
Yeah.
So pure display of power rating, both Rashid and Rahul. They're a title contender. That's true. Sarthak Sehgal says GT doesn't have a big superstar, but their players have bigger commitment to the IPL.
That's interesting.
And maybe we need to credit Pandya for this. We have credited Pandya for this. So if you've been
Actually-
watching our shows, we've pointed out that Pandya is that guy who's got the team together. He's given them that self-belief, and the way he's been talking to each player, I think that's
so
actually
in
very
that sense, if
interesting.
you have to look at it, they don't have a team of superstars. They are a superstar team.
They have players, almost all of whom, not almost all, most of them have a point to prove. Someone like a Ridhiman Sar has written off after 2 games almost every season.
Yeah.
Shubman Gill, there were a lot of question marks around his
he's
strike
fighting
rates.
for a
Exactly.
spot, yeah.
David Miller, we kept on pointing out, has a 2014 season wonder.
Yes.
Tewatia, we always said, he's that one knock wonder, he did against Cottrell, and that's about it. He's done it 3 times already this season.
3 times.
Yes.
So there's a lot of people with a lot of points to prove.
Hardik
they're-
Pandya.
Hardik himself,
He
yes.
has a lot of points to
Yes.
prove.
Same
because
with
we were
Rashid.
talking about
Yes.
Rashid, yeah.
So there's a lot of people with a lot of
Lockie,
points to prove.
Because Lockie
Maybe that
has his fitness
Yeah.
let him down in the 2020-21 season. That's why he fell out of favor. Now he's once again proving it.
Yeah.
Okay, say hi to
Has
Rahul
given 2
Rana.
runs.
He's
Hi,
joining us
Rahul
from
Rana.
Chandigarh. He's enjoying how Gujarat is playing this season. Amit Sharma might qualify for comment of the night. He says, beating Gujarat guys in 2022 is almost impossible, whether it's cricket or elections.
Yes.
Which is a point.
Good one.
Amit, no, Ujjwal is saying, with due respect, Nikhil sir, last time on one of my questions, you had said that Umran needs to work more to get into the test team. Now you are saying that Umran can be good pick for test team. He is magical, sir. I didn't say good pick. I said if you really want to try him at the top level, test cricket could be that level where you try, because I'm not sure in a T20 game he has that, especially at a World Cup. I think what we discussed here, maybe those series before the World Cup could be a good place to judge it. But in a World Cup where 1 over can change the match, I would take more experienced guys who've been there, done that, and not someone like Umran. He is getting better as the tournament progresses. There's still a lot of time in this tournament. Let's watch him in those fast pitches in Australia against batsmen that enjoy out and out 150 plus pace. They don't
And
get
the bounce.
intimidated at that.
And the bounce.
I don't know. So again, he could be. I hope he's a future sensation. I love to see fast bowlers. All of us love to see fast bowlers, and India have a 150 plus bowler. That gets me most excited. So yeah, I'd be happy.
I'm beaming.
But all I'm saying is, easy. Take it easy. Let's take one step at a time.
Hardik, by the way, pointed out in his post-match comments that he just hopes that they don't run out of luck in the knockouts.
Yeah, well, can happen. Gerard, you're saying one more contender for finisher in the World Cup Tewatia.
Tewatia
Hey,
World Cup. That's it.
Tewatia.
We've got our 4 World Cup joke for the day.
Yeah.
Yes. I said A.B.
Jairaj, I don't know
Tewatia.
if you're joking or you're serious. He's batting well, but no. World Cup, not everyone, man.
Also, not to forget, some of those Australian grounds are also big.
Yes.
MCG and all, you won't be able to clear the boundary like this.
Yeah.
Karthik M says Kohli versus Umran. We were talking about it. He says going by how Kohli is reaching for the ball, Umran's pace can help. Maybe, but that reaching for the ball is not a great
confident.
sign of confidence. So it's you could even reach early for a ball even
And
if it's
still miss
150. Even if it's 150, it's not that you will get late. Actually, even that if you see that pull that he played of Prasidh Krishna, he was also early, slightly early onto it. But so early, late,
And
it's a
Prasidh,
question
to be
of
fair,
time.
beat him for pace. So if
Yeah.
Prasidh is doing it, then someone like Umran who's consistently hitting 150 would be troubling him.
Yeah. So
And that's not saying Prasidh is slow, by the way. Just for anyone catches me on that.
Falauddin Siddiqui, what super chat, sir? I don't know. Sometime we miss the super chat. आप यहीं पे comment भेज दो. Just send me one here. I'll take it like this without a super chat. So it's okay. Just send it to me here. I may have missed it. So I'll keep a check here.
It wasn't there.
I didn't see
I
it.
didn't see a
No,
super
I,
chat.
one super
I
chat, but
thought
we
one
took it.
super chat somewhere.
But we took it, I think.
No, we took one.
Yes.
Varun Parvatani is saying spare a thought for Marco Jansen, man who broke RCB back,
Yeah.
broke down.
Like the high and the low.
Yeah.
You suddenly were man of the match in the last game because you bowled that exceptional one over that changed the face of the game.
Yep. Yeah.
And then suddenly you are the reason why your team lost. the
Cricket
game.
is a great leveler, as they say. The most number of runs conceded ever now by a
Yeah,
in a
guy
chase.
bowling in a
Yes.
chase.
62 over.
63,
60.
beating the previous record 62, set by Lungi Ngidi.
But I don't know. I wonder whether this in itself is giving us a sign as to when I talk about that experience. So Jansen is again
Pretty young,
So
yeah.
he's young. This is what I'm getting to Umran Malik. When you're talking about it, this is what happens. See, that an experienced bowler would find ways not to leak those many runs, whereas a young guy who had an outstanding game last time, and this is what might happen when you go to a World Cup. That's why I'd rather go for an experienced guy who's played at that level multiple times. You can't buy experience. That's the thing. You have had to have played, and if you've got bowlers who played at that level, who are in good form, I'm not saying take someone who's completely off form, but who are showing some good form, think about them. Sir, I think Umran should get a proper mentor because such success generally is a two-edged sword in Indian cricket.
I think he
True.
has a great one in Dale Steyn.
No, but he you know what he's talking about? I think Lalit Ashtapurte, he's talking about a mentor maybe off the field.
Off the field,
Yeah, because that's what is the double-edged sword.
Yes.
Sometime you can. I'm sure he will. Again, that's a lot of luck in that. Who have you got around you? Whose advice you take? But yeah, with things becoming very professional in Indian cricket, you may get some good, sane advice going forward.
But after IPL also he needs somebody, right? I think so. He has to be part of. He was part of that tour to South Africa, if I'm not wrong. Umran Malik.
As a net bowler, was it?
Perhaps.
No, I'm saying
not
the
sure, though.
India
Not
A
sure.
tour to South Africa.
India A.
Sahil Bhatia is saying, sir, why are you not naming the journalist? If a cricketer would have intimidated a journalist, most of the channels would have taken his name, but in this case you're not, which is incorrect. Sahil, that's because a cricketer is a person of importance, a journalist is not.
Yes.
Let's be honest, and I'm saying that as a journalist myself. So cricketer is someone that you need to take a name of because again he's relevant to the society. A journalist is just a storyteller. He's not the story, and that's why I don't want to make it a story, which is I'm not taking the name. You know the name, so what's the point if I take the name? I'm not going to come up with some state level secret that you will know. Now everybody knows the name. It's out there. But why should I get involved, and why should any one of us get involved? Firstly, before that has to happen, and we may carry the story on Sports Today, but for that BCCI has to send a proper press release. Now, why should we take sources based stories?
Yeah, correct.
Take
Correct.
somebody's
they
name
should put it
just
out
for-
there,
yeah, put
right?
it out
Yeah.
officially.
If they are
Anyone
not
who knows the
naming the
journalist-
journalist, or if they are not putting out a release, how
Never
can we-
ever fall into the trap of sources. They are out to totally
Yeah.
mislead you.
No, for all you know,
No,
the
so-
story may be true.
Yeah.
I'm not denying it.
No, sources sometimes give you the correct story also. But
Yeah.
till the time it's out there in
Yep.
the open with the BCI clarifying what
Yeah.
exactly it's about.
Give us up official press release, immediately we'll do it.
Yep.
Simple.
Absolutely. Again, we get every day the playoff team question. We'll try and take
Let's
it.
wait till game 10 for everything.
No, but I think Gujarat anyway are going there.
14 points. They
Gujarat
just
are
need-
1 foot in now at this
So
point.
two more wins.
Two more wins, they should be there.
Yeah.
Hey, they'll be certain. They'll be the first team to qualify if they get to 18 first.
So Johnny Khurana is saying, see, Hardik to play at 3, Tewatia at 5, Rashid at 7. These decisions are not easy. We really have to appreciate the Gujarat management on believing players like this. Amazing self-belief at its best.
yeah.
True.
That's
Yep.
true. So credit to Neraji
Yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
and Kirstenji.
Kirstenji, yes.
Who might be on his way to
Kirstenji.
the
But
World Cup.
Kirstenji कुछ ही दिन के मेहमान हैं.
क्या, what is the
So
story?
yes,
बताओ,
we have done a mojo. You can check it out on our sports.
They don't
YouTube
understand
channel.
What is Mojo? Just
What
tell
is
me the
a Mojo?
story.
I have done a mobile journalist
Just a
story. It's
short.
called.
Just
Okay.
say a story.
A short story that Gary Kirsten will leave Gujarat Titans by the end of IPL 2022 because he could be the next head coach for England in tests.
In tests being
In
the
tests.
keyword. In tests.
Yes.
Because they're looking for a multi-coach.
Yeah.
But depending on the format.
They went that way with the captain.
Yes.
it worked
I
for
think
them.
that's a great approach.
And it
by
worked.
the
It
way.
worked a treat with the captaincy.
Yep. So Kirsten, if he does that, he will leave Gujarat Titans after the end of IPL 2022. He'll miss the first test, England versus New Zealand in Lords, because biobubble and all those quarantine
IPL
things.
commitments and
IPL
then
commitments.
quarantine.
So Gary Kirsten almost is now the head coach for England in tests, and pretty soon tomorrow they'll announce the new test captain for England.
Most likely Mr. Ben Stokes.
Mr.
I don't
Stokes.
think there's any other option there.
That's the thing.
The moment we discuss who
So
can,
will you stop coming on our shows then?
Maybe.
No, maybe
Or maybe
he'll come more often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only on sports today.
Okay, just because we were talking about the environment of the Gujarat teams, who should be credited, Rashid Khan has said in the post-match press conference saying that Ashish Bhai has kept the team in a beautiful environment. We are enjoying each other's company and trying to give 100%. So happy to win these 2 points, really helped the team in the end, and lucky to be on the right side. So I told you, credit to Neraji.
Neraji, yes.
Neraji is doing it for the team and he's looking so calm and composed here.
He was like totally in his elements.
So yeah.
Yeah, no more. Hey, क्या यार क्या कर रहा है यार? No more,
ऐसे
no
नहीं
more
करना
of
यार.
this. No more of this.
That was Burli doing it today.
Yeah.
That
Pradeep Srinivasan is saying, because you were talking about, our bowlers that we're going to fit in. So he's saying Umran Malik was good, but his bowlers that you look at, Bumrah, Shami, Nattu, Harshal, Deepak Chahar, Siraj, Avesh, after that probably Umran Malik, but Umesh Yadav also you guys have forgotten. That's true actually.
Umesh, but he has drifted off now.
Yeah.
You have to say he started off really well.
But then kind
last
of
few
petered
games,
off.
I think in the last 4 games, he has picked a couple of wickets and he's given away almost 40, more than 40
he's Mitchell
runs every
Johnson
match.
of India now. Back to that.
But
avatar.
again, has that experience. So
No, my entire point is, but he was never in your T20 plans earlier.
To
right?
begin with.
To begin with, he was never
wasn't.
there.
So-
Now, because he was
now-
a purple cap holder in the
now
first 4
I'm
games.
just saying, so he started well and Umran did not. And now Umran is doing well and he's not. So
He's-
suddenly
I am
we
saying
got-
that is precisely why I am saying that you have to wait for the season to end. What if Imran
Yeah.
also drifts off like that? What if Umran suddenly you see instead of wickets again going for runs?
See, anyway, your number 2 and number 3 bowlers in the IPL purple cap list is from Sunrisers. Umran with 15, Nattu with 15. So you have
And
to wait till the end of the
And the
tournament.
thing with Nattu is he has, of course, as I was pointing out, that one advantage, that left armour.
Left armour.
And India should take a left armour. I
They
feel.
need a left armour.
So Amit is saying, let's take Umran for one match against Pakistan in World Cup. I want one batsman to get out at 150. For all
They
the
put
years
payback
of-
for all those years.
Yeah.
Like तुम्हारे पास शाहीन है तो हमारे पास उमरान है.
Haris
Yeah.
Rauf also.
But in Pakistan, has always been a factory of fast bowlers, in fairness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Left, right, both.
No, see, I would want India to win the match, irrespective of who they play. So if
I don't care
Pace
if Virat
wins you-
Kohli comes back to bowl and
No, Kohli should not bowl. Yeah.
obviously not. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sahil,
Kohli's bowling was done in 2012.
Yeah.
Finished.
Sahil,
Albi
thank you
Morgan changed it.
that you like the answer, and we try and take all your questions. That's why I took your question as well. Glad you liked the answer to that. There was a question. Sarthak is saying, how about Neraji and Zach take Umran under their wings? How good would that be for Indian cricket and Umran? No, there are other. I think
Irfan Pathan, when he was coaching
Irfan, to be fair, has
in the
pretty
Ranji
much,
team in
yeah.
Jammu Kashmir.
Yeah, he was there briefly. Then he has a local coach also there who
Yes.
he gave a lot of credit to. Then there's Dale Steyn.
Yeah.
But sometimes what happens,
The
taking
biggest
too
credit
many
should go
names.
to Abdul Samad.
Abdul Samad. who
For
said
getting
For
him
getting
here.
him the gig. to
So
begin
for,
with.
for telling SRH, there's this bowler who bowls with the tennis ball, who
who
bowls very
put a
fast.
package deal. that आएंगे तो दोनों
दोनों
आएंगे
आएंगे.
वरना नहीं आएंगे.
And then
And now he's on the bench.
he's
Samad.
on the bench and Umran Malik is playing
shining.
every game.
Yeah.
So no, I just hope not. He doesn't need too many advisors. Yeah, he's
Too many
bowling
cooks,
well.
too many cooks.
Everything is working fine. I think he needs to continue. And whether it's Dale Steyn or whether there's anyone else who is consulting, just keep consulting that. Even if he's not around with the team, there's always a phone. Yeah, pick up the
Also,
phone.
too many cooks spoil the
Yeah.
broth.
Yeah.
Simple
Yeah.
as that.
I just think he's doing well. Let him. Leave it. Just love his celebration. My suggestion to him is just go
See?
easy with this fist pump. You know, your shoulder. We have history of a player injuring his shoulder while doing these pumps. You know, so be careful.
Ali.
Don't.
Sonali,
don't
even
do
Dale
it.
Steyn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dale Steyn, when you
Go easy.
Yes, the shoulder went.
This-
That shoulder is very, very. By
That
the
was
way,
Brett Lee.
by the way, what did you make? Because you were talking about Umran versus Virat and Rohit. That'll be fun. How was that contest? Umran and Hardik. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did he also hit him on the helmet in that earlier game? The first game had.
Somebody
has
did
hit
Hardik on the helmet. I'm not sure.
And Hardik, sent away the
Physio.
Doctors and
physio
all, yeah.
when he was coming in that game also and smashed a couple of fours after that. This time also it happened the same way. Got hit on the shoulder and the physio was coming. He sent him back. Again hit a four, but this time Umran completely
Might just have
dominated
been
him.
Umran. Might just have been Umran.
Who
but
was
I
the
can't-
bowler? But it did happen. That's for sure. But I know our family members who were watching.
Will
will
point
tell
it
us.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, it did happen. Johnny Khurana has come. Yes,
Yes,
he
he
did.
did.
So
There
that was
we go.
Umran only.
Umran.
I
Yes.
remember that game.
But by the way, everybody's talking about Ashish. By the way, I think he just told us. I was saying that Umran was part of that India A2 to South Africa.
Yes.
So he was there and he bowled very ordinary spells.
Yeah, but again, he started this IPL also quite ordinary.
Yeah.
But if he's changed, so he's
I
an
would love to
exciting
know
prospect.
what Dale Steyn has, what little tips and tricks. There's not a lot of things, but
Yeah,
there's a lot of.
You know what
advice.
Dale Steyn said after those first two games? Dale Steyn apparently said that I've told him not to think about anything else and just bowl fast. I just want him to bowl fast. Don't make him change his line on length or whatever. Just let him bowl fast. That is what Dale Steyn said in an interview.
Yeah.
So he is bowling fast.
He's doing that very easily.
So Sonak is saying this Gujarat team has the confidence of that Australian team of the late 90s under Steve Waugh. They have the belief that they can win from any situation and can't lose. They might not be the best team, but they're finding ways to win. That's quite a tall comparison.
I
What
just
is-
laugh
what
because
is people with this, like you're comparing
Australia-
them,
that-
the Pakistan bowling lineup and
that-
now the Aussies of the 90s.
that Australia
Christ.
is still the benchmark.
Yeah, for any
That
international
Australian
game.
side, they were so dominant in world cricket. You can't compare with Gujarat Titans first season.
Yeah.
Yes, they have won 7 games. They're on 14 points. But comparing it to that Australian side is a little
Plus,
too
they
much.
excelled in every condition.
Yeah.
They're just too good, man.
Yes.
Always good.
Again, I mean, I get your sentiment. You're saying,
Yeah.
and we discussed that there has to be a lot of self-belief in a team to continuously do it. They've already done it 3 times, 3 almost impossible games. 3 one of the most exciting games alongside that Chennai game that Dhoni won them. I think one of the most exciting games of the IPL so far.
Miller, yeah.
I'm still going with that Miller game as the most exciting.
12
because-
of 2. I
Yeah.
mean, come on.
Because from there, no, 12 of no more than
Was
more than-
Punjab Kings.
Oh,
you are talking
Punjab.
about Lucknow
Oh, yeah, I'm talking
Yeah.
about the
Super Giants.
I'm talking about the Miller game because because that 12 for 2 was like okay, they were in the game till the end and then he smashed it. That Miller game we were out. I didn't give them a chance at all. From there, for him having to bat it the way he did
Yeah.
and taken them, so that especially it was more exciting than this game also. Personally, for me, you could agree, disagree.
Yeah, because there was no Hardik Pandya in that game. Nobody
Yeah.
thought they had a chance.
But tell me, just again, I'm going back because now it's confirmed that it was Hardik Pandya. Twice he got hit. Once on the helmet, on the shoulder by Umran Malik. Like he has some, self-belief or some spark there. Like this is an India player, pretty well known. He's a star, and this guy couldn't care less. Just comes and like, boom, there you go, man. Are you ready? Wake up, smell the coffee.
Yes.
Are you ready for me? That sort of an attitude. Love it, yeah. Love a fast
मेरा
bowler
देश
with that.
बदल रहा है. That's how it is.
No, in those days, even if you're quick, some big star came, you said, नहीं इसको मैं वो नहीं डालूंगा
He's
bouncer.
like, no, I will bowl
Same.
quick to you. I'll hit you in the head.
Yeah, no, Indian player. Indian versus
Yeah,
Indian.
yeah.
Like
Srishant
Srishant
was a
Tendulkar.
Sachin.
No,
Classic.
But Srishant could do it. But after
But
that,
he
Sachin
got
also
a
got it.
big dressing down from
Yeah,
Sachin.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, like senior, apna country ka senior, Umran is like.
I'll hit you on the head.
Either
Also, IPL now is different. Like your
Yeah.
franchisee comes first, doesn't
No,
matter.
That was at India A, India B, green.
Challenger Trophy.
Challenger Trophy.
Challenger
Again,
Trophy
lest
it
we
was.
forget, what was the thing which catapulted Jasprit Bumrah to everyone's attention? When he got rid of Kohli.
Yeah.
3 boundaries he was hit.
Yeah. Then got rid of Kohli.
LBW.
Remember, they
trapped
even made an
LBW.
ad out of it. Chiku Bhaiya.
Ah,
Very good ad.
shit.
First wicket, Virat Kohli. 100th wicket, Virat Kohli. Jasprit Bumrah.
That sort of thing matters. You
Divyansh was saying now there will be a fight between Umrah and Samar. I don't think so. Come on.
I think Samad will be very happy actually.
Actually, yes, I
The kind
agree.
of success that he's had.
Also, two players from Jammu and Kashmir doing ever so well. And then-
Samir is being such a fan. He's saying take Umrah to T20 World Cup and I hope he breaks Babar Azam's record.
Yes. I mean,
I hope India wins. I don't
Yeah,
want anyone's
that's all.
face being
That's all
broken.
that matters.
Yeah. Shankar Saha, will Hardik bowl or not? Interesting. Today he said before the start of the game that we have 7 bowling options. If need be, I will come in to bowl.
even after the match, he said that I'm just looking to preserve myself and try to bowl as per the demands of the situation. So I think he really is just trying to keep his fitness going till the
Yeah.
T20 World Cup.
2 games before this, 1 game he was out also.
Yeah.
Okay, because he had some niggle. And then last game also, he was sitting on the sidelines, as I pointed out in our pre-match show. And I think there's definitely an injury concern there.
Yes.
Somewhere he's trying to preserve himself. That's one great thing. But also the fact that there are so many other stuff that's coming on. The series against South Africa, and he'll have to bowl for India, I'm sure. If he's drafted into the Indian side, he'll have to bowl at least a few overs for the Indian side before he takes that flight to Australia.
Yeah. But okay, assuming he doesn't bowl, he still makes my team.
That is just Siri.
Okay,
the
Siri.
original Siri.
The real
I'll say it again if you didn't get
The
it.
fake Siri.
I'm saying
The fake Siri.
I'm saying that even the way he's batting, Hardik Pandya, batsman or the finisher, could still go to
He's
the
your X
World
Factor.
Cup.
What about
Finisher.
these two? Look at them, they're ready to go.
Yes.
Relax,
Not
guys.
at each other, don't worry.
Okay, Sonak says, Nikhil sir, this Umran is special. Javagal Srinath also bowled at 160. No, he did not.
No, he
never bowled at 100. He was quick.
140. He
Yeah,
touched
140 is he was.
One
But
ball might have, the speedometer might have got it wrong. I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
I'm saying the speedometer might have got it wrong.
Yeah. But Umran is hitting 150 consistently,
That we
which is
can
needed much more in red ball cricket. Sonak, exactly what I said at the start. That in red ball cricket, I may gamble with him because sometimes you can bowl a few bad deliveries. All you need is a good 4-5 balls to get you those wickets because that can be a game changer in Test match cricket. White ball cricket, one bad over, T20
Can destroy your
cricket, you can
confidence.
lose a World Cup game.
I'm saying especially in conditions like England. If he's swinging that ball
At that speed.
at 154 and bowling here,
I would actually, speaking of that,
take him to England.
But I tell you, usually, genuinely quick bowlers aren't that successful in England.
Yes.
Yeah.
They are.
Bounce maybe,
but
wicket shot.
speaking of England, they could use him the way many people thought England would use, say, Jofra Archer. Use him
Yeah.
in small bursts.
Yeah.
And then
No,
let
but
him
that
bowl
you will
for
And
him.
Archer has been very successful.
Yeah.
No, but Archer again is not only quick,
But he
he's
gets,
got a lot of things up his sleeve. So
Bounce also
Yeah,
he gets
yeah, he's
amazing.
intimidating.
He's a very good bowler.
Yeah.
Speaking of
I'm a
that,
big fan.
Never,
And I saw, by the way, Jofra Archer, I saw playing for the Hobart Hurricanes and Sussex Sharks first before everybody went gaga over him. So I've seen him.
so he's
and
that before they were famous fan.
yeah, I've always Sussex Sharks in T20 Blast. This guy, I would always keep him in my fantasy side because I knew he's gonna get me a couple of wickets, and then he could hit as well. He would score 20,
he would score
30 odd
20, 30
runs.
quick
So he was a
runs.
great captaincy or vice captain choice.
no, he's
in
an
your
exceptional
fantasy.
bowler. I in fact we've been saying if you make a top bowler list, if there's Jasprit Bumrah, there's also
Remember,
Jofra
this is a
Archer.
bowler who was so good, he forced England of all teams to change their eligibility rules.
Yeah.
Lest we
Exactly.
forget.
And not to forget, he's the only bowler to hit the stumps and the ball going for a six after that. That was incredible against Bangladesh in the World Cup. I was like, how is this possible? It was amazing. He commented on it, by the way. Somebody posted it and he wrote, something like that.
He sends a lot of tweets and all.
Since you are talking about that late 80s or the 90s team of Australia, Ashish is saying if that late 90s Australia team even played today, they would give tough competition. Look at Hayden even now. I feel he will smash bowlers. He looks so intimidating. That's true.
Look at his chest.
I'll give you another story.
Oh,
So
please.
Matthew Hayden, 2003 World Cup, ahead of that final. So I think it was a day or 2 days before the final, and the Indian team in those days used to play volleyball. If you remember, the volleyball was a favorite sport, like football is now for warming up. Volleyball was a favorite sport, and Indian team was playing volleyball ahead of that 2003 final. Matthew Hayden, and at that time Lehman or someone, two of the big bouncer types, two of them, just came randomly. They had come because their practice was after the Indian.
Okay.
They just came randomly, came down, took a round of where the Indian team was playing volleyball, just like round in their, vests and those, just went, just to intimidate them, just came to bouncer they had sent. They would do these kind of things, mind games, the Australian team. And honestly, if I was a bowler, even if I was quick, Matthew Hayden batting and taking those 2 steps down the wicket to
even smack you.
Oh,
Would intimidate you.
that's not a sight that I do.
That is why that Srishant's reaction came in that 2007 World T20 semi-final.
Yes.
That is true.
Of course, Srishant had reactions for everything. How can we forget Andre Nell? When he smacked him for 6.
Yeah. I was there at the stadium.
Oh, nice.
I saw it live.
Johannesburg.
Johannesburg.
Nice.
What a test match that was.
Bull ring.
I saw
First
that
win
live.
ever for
But by the way, we remember that thing, but Srishant's bowling in that test.
Yeah, brilliant.
Amazing.
Brilliant.
Amazing.
Outstanding.
84 thanks to
Outstanding.
5 wickets in the first innings. What
That
else?
was also Ganguly's return test match and all of that. There was a lot
77
of
he hit in that.
subplots to it. Interesting stories even before the test.
By the
match.
way, documented numbers, I think so. Srinath has
Did
bowled
bowl 157.
no, but that's Wiki. Don't trust Wikipedia, sir.
No,
No,
and there are other
I think
articles
so.
which have quoted that.
I have read it somewhere as well.
No, but also speed guns at those stages.
I'm telling you, that's why I said the
See, the
speed gun
speed gun-
kilometers.
Mavi was bowling 150 in that World Cup.
See,
also,
the speed gun thing did not get approval even in 2003 World Cup when Shoaib Akhtar clocked 161.3.
yeah, exactly.
So for 7 years there was a lot of dodgy things about the speed gun.
gun.
Yeah. Ujjwal Agarwal, Nikhil sir, please make series of anecdote stories from world of cricket. Would be interesting after the IPL. IPL is kept
Can
us too
make it
busy.
a weekly series.
Yes, we can. Do you think ECB would have discussed IPL commitments with Stokes before making him captain as the test season starts early? What could it mean for ECB or Ben's IPL future?
Only they would know.
Yeah,
But do you
that's
think there is
interesting.
a-
It's possible that they would have because
but
Yeah.
they can't see him be missing tests as he's the captain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
now
possible.
I think IPL commitments might be compromised in the
Yes.
near future.
No, but I like this about ECB. They've been encouraging their players to go play the IPL.
Yeah, of course.
Especially in
they,
World
they,
Cup
They had a
years, white
full
ball cricket.
turnaround in the attitude. Remember, previously
After
it used to be,
2015,
oh,
they
no.
had to undergo
Yes,
that change
yes.
because
Yep.
if you stayed back in that era, they wouldn't have won 2019.
True.
But again, if suppose now Stokes is a very interesting case altogether because he's your ultimate batting bowling all rounder that England have. He's also had a couple of mental health issues also following Get Stokes' death due to brain cancer. And also because of that, the bio-bubble life also does not suit Ben Stokes that well. Now with this, I think bio-bubbles are getting scrapped all over the world now. Will he now say that, okay, I will play one season totally, one particular month for IPL and then commit to England's test? Because the ECB are adamant that people who play the test have to even play the county games.
Yep.
That is their bullheadedness about all this. Now, how does Stokes manage that from 2023 onwards? There is no other captaincy alternative. Broad and Anderson are just
And
way too old.
even if they come back, they're not being made captain. Let's face it, not happening.
Yep.
Okay. Yanmeya Sahu is saying.
It took Nikhil four tries to get that right.
He's saying he's a big fan of Sports Today. Best analysis. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
He's saying India is way back from other teams in T20. Players like Prithvi and Umran can change the template. Okay, I think this template talk is a bit overrated. So I know what you're saying that bring in a quick fast bowler, bring in Prithvi. Prithvi is batting well for sure. But again, as I keep saying, I would still go with the experienced guy. And what is the template that we're talking about? That template was being used by Punjab and KKR. Look where they are on the points table. Look at the template that SRH is using, that traditional old school template. That, okay, you will have
pick and choose.
Yeah, no, you pick and choose. You may have someone who anchors the inning, then the other guy will take risks when he gets a chance. But bat sensibly, attack when you have to, play defense when you have to. That's sensible cricket. And they're one of the best teams right now. I think the same for Gujarat as well. They're following the same template. Attack when they have to and not unnecessarily go bang bang. So it is overrated. Look at the strength of each team. I don't think New Zealand had any template like just go bang bang. They played sensible cricket. They played the final of the T20 World Cup. So that's what I'm saying. This template thing is overrated. You need to have a few tweaks, which I think Rohit Sharma mentioned. They are looking to do, maybe tell each person their exact role. If you follow that, you'll do well, yeah.
Also, if we have to talk about template, this template talk comes from the England reboot.
Yes,
okay,
yeah.
But even in that England reboot, if your openers were hard hitting, 3 or 4 you had Root and Morgan, and
Yes.
then you had hard hitters coming
But
below
Root
that.
in 50, not in.
Yeah, I'm talking about in the 50 overs.
yeah.
Yeah, over there, he was not someone who was looking to hit all balls. He was in fact
Yeah.
the one who would look to stick around whilst the others did the hitting when he came in.
Yeah.
So that template talk, for all the template talk and all of them being aggressive, this, that, they still had, their safety nets.
I'm saying take your best batsman.
That
If they're in good form, you'll win. Simple as that.
That
By the way, that template, who was the most talked about team in the T20 World Cup was Pakistan.
Yeah.
What was their template? Their openers tried to bat as much as they can.
Exactly.
They came in for criticism. Babar Azam, that strike rate. But listen, it was
Imam has
working for
forever
them.
been criticized for that,
Yeah.
but look at what he's become now.
Exactly.
Such a-
Who? Imamullah.
Imamullah.
No, but I'm saying
No,
T20
just
is
talk about
Rizwan
T20,
and Babar.
Rizwan and
Oh,
Babar,
right,
yeah.
yeah.
Imam ODI.
Yeah.
But again, the template thing, look at what happened in the England series, India-England. Oh, we had to follow a particular template, so Ashwin couldn't play in Lords. Ashwin couldn't play at the Oval.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds ridiculous. that
Because it
way.
is ridiculous.
It is.
By the way, Ashish is saying when we were talking about that test match, he's saying that Srishant ball to Callis.
Jack Callis.
Wow.
But that was 2010, not
Yeah.
2006, by the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
What a ball.
And that was Durban.
Durban,
That was
yes,
in
not
Durban.
Johannesburg.
Correct.
Wow. He was almost like a contorted. He
Yeah.
tried his best callus to get out of it, but he just couldn't.
I think if you're talking about Callis, there's one this thing which is pretty much viral, I think, on YouTube, which is when Freddie Flintoff set him
Oh,
up.
yes.
That is forever one of the greatest setups I've seen.
No, but that was because one of the side screen panels that was in Edgbaston that stopped functioning, so it could obscure a ball that was coming from that height, so the batsman couldn't see.
Oh, I didn't know
Right-handers
this.
couldn't see.
I didn't know this.
That's why Neil McKenzie in that match, he just let it go, but the ball was dipping. I couldn't spot it. Callis also the same. He ducked. I can't see the ball. That's what he was running off and going.
Okay, few comments I want to take. Love Rami says these guys are doing well. Let them just be themselves and don't tell them, to go this, their flaws. People just see the current successful result, and nowadays young ones, you just want to push them in the team. I think that's what he's saying, that you don't put too much pressure on the guys who are doing well.
Let them express themselves.
Correct.
Basically.
Jamie Vardy is saying India's World Cup team. He's already picked Rohit, Rahul, Virat, Surya, Pant, Hardik, Jadeja, Chahal, Umran, Bumrah, Shami, and then you got Shreyas, Deepak Chahal, DK, Bishnoi, Rahul. I kind of agree, Jamie, with what you got. Maybe Jamie Vardy, by the way.
Yeah. That's why you're doing this.
You know the story behind that, right?
No.
So he scored a goal against Crystal Palace, whose nickname is the Eagles. So he went in front of their fans
And did this. Okay.
So he's really a bit of a, I can't use the word, I'll use it.
But he's a bit of a
the
joker.
thing. Joker is a good word. He
was not using that word.
No, I was not using that word for sure. So he scored a goal against Wolves, Wolverhampton Wanderers, who are known as Wolves. He scores the goal, goes in front of the fans. Ooh.
So he keeps doing this.
He keeps doing
but
this.
I remember
This I'm telling you, Jamie Vardy is copied from Saif Ali Khan in Dil Chahta Hai. I'm telling you. See that song, जिसे ढूंढता हूँ मैं? He does that only.
Can I?
I'll give it to you now.
He's kept the bat for his
I
own
also got a
safety.
bat now.
Check.
Dil Chahta Hai, check that song.
Come on, man.
Jamie Vardy's copied it. I'm telling you from that
Jay-
guy.
And this, by the way,
he's not trying to suggest to them that Eagles, you are the Eagles, and then he's
Saif
doing
Ali
this.
Khan.
Okay.
Sam, check that song.
In
Come
fact,
on,
Jamie
man.
Vardy, there's another one. I think he is a boyhood Sheffield United. No, I think it's boyhood Sheffield Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah. So he scored a goal against Sheffield United in front of their home crowd. He just went and stood like this, and someone took a picture. It's iconic. Literally everyone is either making making certain hand signs or mouthing him off, and he's just soaking it all in.
But he enjoys it.
He
There are certain
enjoys
players
winding.
who-
Yeah.
It's like Gerard Piqué who loves to
Yes.
Wind up the mother
So
duster.
Jamie Vardy has copied Saif Ali Khan. Proof, check the video.
Okay, Ricky Patel is saying, when are you guys doing the next video, like meet and greet that we did today with our subscriber? Ricky, we'll let you know, not anytime now, maybe in a couple of weeks time we'll do it, we'll let you know. And then you can send your details on our Insta handle and then we can connect that way. That invitation is open for everyone. Suman Saurabh is saying, question, name IPL's last 4 team. Answer, all the 4 metro cities. Mumbai, Chennai,
Yeah,
Kolkata.
I
and
said,
Bangalore.
I said it
yeah,
before
yeah.
that all the top 4 metro cities are at the bottom of the table right now.
That is true.
Hyderabad. But Hyderabad.
Not
more than
Hyderabad.
2016 they won, no? Last 4 if you have to look at it.
Last 4 in the sense right now.
2018 onwards.
Are
No,
No, the
20,
bottom
22
4
points
in the league
table.
table.
Okay.
Who are the bottom teams? Mumbai, Chennai,
Kolkata.
Delhi, Calcutta.
Yeah,
yeah.
All the
Four
metro
main
cities.
metro cities.
He was really carried away with his Saif Ali Khan.
Where did he
he's
go?
not.
He switched off.
I have totally switched off. Yes.
Okay, Vedant Garge saying Marco Jansen was a big disaster today. Is it not the reason why Mumbai Indian did not go for him as they knew him?
No. Just one.
They had a bad
player.
auction strategy.
Yeah.
Simple.
And Marco Jansen is very different to the Marco Jansen who was in Mumbai Indians. You saw
Yeah.
Marco Jansen in the South Africa tour. He is maturing as a young guy.
He's
Yeah, he
changed
get
up a
better.
lot.
And that's
Yeah.
okay. He won them the last game. Yeah.
That's
it
why I
happens.
say experience, guys. Young guys. So you know, if that's what I'm saying. If he had the same attitude of pick everyone, so Marco Jansen against RCB, South Africans would have said pick Marco Jansen.
Marco Jansen for World Cup.
For World Cup. And then what happens? That's where experience counts. So
Yep.
let's not get too excited. Sarthak is saying Vaughan in 2008, Williamson in 2018 and 2022, Dhoni till now and Pandya 2022. This shows what a good captain can do to a team, which I might be wrong, but RCB lack. Ooh.
Well, they do have a pretty good, captain now.
I think Faf is a good captain.
Yeah.
I think very underrated that way.
Yeah, but
Very
maybe
mixed
until
captain.
maybe until previously, shaded Kohli.
It's a very mixed captain, Faf du Plessis.
Okay,
He's had
5
his
minutes
moments.
to the Champions
Yeah,
League
so
game.
many people. Jamie Vardy is saying Liverpool versus Villarreal. Sai
We already
Bhatia
did
is
that
saying
prediction.
Champions League time, guys. So everyone wants to head to the Champions League game.
But I like how they're
that
telling
game-
us nicely.
Sai Srivastava's super chat, he says if Umran would have hit Ponting on his head, he would have shouted with blood coming out, go back and bowl. Still love that reaction.
Srinath. Srinath
So,
and Adelaide.
that was actually not a bouncer, it actually hit his bat. Top edged it and then,
And then
it
hit his chin.
And then Srinath apologized and
Come back and bowl.
Ah.
But he didn't say that to Mohammad Sami though. In that heat of Sharjah, Sami also 141 hit him on the jaw. He was not wearing a helmet. Why? Because it was so hot. He didn't want to wear a helmet.
But
50
good
degrees. they were
Sami
playing.
gave it to him.
Yeah.
You can't be distracted.
know.
Sami was quick, huh? He could
He
bat
was
for
quick.
45.
His run-up was also like
Yeah.
hardly took like a like
kind of a
went like a
whiplashy
train,
kind of an
like
action.
a went
Yes,
like a train,
yes.
like whoop.
Exactly.
141 he bowled. That was a speed gun registered. Ponting got hit here because he wasn't wearing a helmet and got a
lot
gash.
of people talking about KKR, yeah. So Mohammad Nabi for KKR.
Kal
the
hai
question,
KKR ka
it's a
baat.
very, very crucial game for KKR.
Yeah.
Who did they drop though to bring him in? I always saw him as a backup for Narayan, and Narayan is not fine.
Also, you
Chamika-
can't you can't remove Andre Russell. You can't remove Tim Southee. He took 3 wickets for you.
And you
More
can't
than
remove
Andre
Narayan.
Russell.
Your
You can't
foreign
remove
players
Narayan.
are not the problem now.
And Finch, I think so, was removed because he had a niggle or something,
Yeah.
and that's why Billings came in. So I really don't see any changes happening that way.
Highly unlikely.
Yes.
The one Sri Lankan presence in KKR will not deserve getting a game at all this season.
Chamika, no.
Chamika Kurmanat.
Yeah, that's what. There was a question. Get Chamika in.
Nah.
For who? Saudi did so
See,
well.
KKR's overseas slots are not a
Russell, you
problem.
take out.
Okay, then KKR bye-bye.
Okay, we'll discuss the KKR
DC
game
game.
tomorrow. Johnny Karana is saying Akhtar also hit Ponting later. He scored a
He's got
100.
100.
That's true.
Yeah.
Akhtar hit a lot of people, so that list is very long.
Yeah.
Okay, don't forget to subscribe to Sports Today if you haven't already. We're live on Facebook as well as YouTube every night before the game, middle of the game as well. We do the mid-inning show and post-match. So we look forward to your company tomorrow. As always, 6:45. Don't forget to download the Gamezy app. Make your teams there. We make it every day.
Yes.
We've been not
With
too
varying degrees of success. Let's
Yes.
put it that way.
Link in the descriptor.
By the way, Virendra is predicting Real Madrid Villarreal final, 29th of May.
That'll be very interesting if it happens.
Ah. That's a big call.
Everybody's saying Liverpool City.
He's like, I'll go the
gone.
opposite.
He's like ahead and like, listen, it's gonna be the other
All
way now.
Spanish final since 13 years, 14 years.
Yeah, I think around that. But when is the last All Spanish final that happened?
Sarthak Sehgal still's got hope that Delhi Capitals reach.
Well, if they win tomorrow, then
Yeah.
And by the way, Mitchell Marsh could be back for them, so their team might look stronger tomorrow.
We've done a
Small
story
little
on
story
that.
on that. Check that out.
Anyway, see you guys.
Bye.
Good night.
See you
Bye bye. Take care.
tomorrow.
good night. Good night.
Vanakkam.
Ooh,
Vanakkam.
check out. Vanakkam.
Vanakkam.